HSA.
Welcome Kool-Aid Jammers and Team Elmo to your first official Furlough Friday video. The first thing you're going to fill out on your worksheet is question number 1, your code word to make sure that you are watching this video. So listen to the directions very clearly. If your last name starts with A through L, your password is one of our vocabulary words, the definition of which is showy, decorative, ornate. Right? So whatever word means showy, decorative, ornate, that is your code word. Okay? So write that vocabulary word down where it says my code word is. If your last name starts with M through Z, then your vocabulary word, your code word, is the word that means pertaining to a sense of the beautiful. Okay, pertaining to a sense of the beautiful. Again, last name A through L, your word means showy, ornate. Last name M through Z, pertaining to a sense of the beautiful. All right, so this weekend we should finish up the outlines and be pretty much done with our papers on the lady or the tiger. This is your first persuasive essay, and it will not be your last, so let's get really good at this. Question number 1. In a persuasive essay, the last body paragraph, the fourth body paragraph, should serve to anticipate the opposing arguments. So the last paper we wrote, we only had 3 body paragraphs, and that was the meat of our paper. But because this is a persuasive paragraph or persuasive essay, we want to anticipate the opposing argument, which means predict what the opponent's going to say and then shoot them down, right? If you can predict what your opponent's going to say, but say why your reason is better, your argument is going to be way more convincing. Number 2, to refute means to prove wrong. So you're going to refute your opponent's argument. For example,
Ben 740 is the best fan in the world.
I refute that.
So for number 3, you're going to outline the 5th paragraph for your lady or the tiger paper, or your 4th body paragraph, by presenting opposing arguments. Remember, you came up with reasons why it would be the lady or the tiger, so you should have reasons for both, right? So you're going to state the opposing argument and then refute that argument, show why it's wrong. So I'll give you an everyday example, and then I'll give you an example from the book. So let's say I'm in an argument about who's a better basketball player, Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. I'm going to argue for LeBron James. So the opposing argument would be Kobe Bryant is a better basketball player. To refute that argument, I would say, to prove it wrong, that's looking at the statistics from last season, LeBron James averaged more points, more rebounds, more assists, more steals, and even had a higher field goal percentage. So statistically speaking, LeBron had 28 points to Kobe's 27, 7 rebounds per game to Kobe's 5, 7 assists to Kobe's 5. Obviously, LeBron James is a better basketball player if you look at the numbers. By providing a counterexample, I was able to shut down that argument. But it is English, so there's no right or wrong answer. You can argue for both sides. There's equally valid arguments for both sides. So if I was to make that the opposing argument, let's say I'm arguing for Kobe now, and the opposing argument is that LeBron James is better, right? To refute that, then I can actually say Kobe Bryant is better because his team won the championship, right? While LeBron might have had better individual stats, the Lakers, Kobe's team, won the championship. Good players win championships, and Kobe was the leader of his team, led them to the championship, which is the goal of any basketball team in the NBA. Kobe is clearly the better player. So either way you argue, whether it's for the lady or the tiger, right? There's many reasons for both. Present the other side, and then show why your argument is better than theirs. That's going to make your paper way more strong, right? Someone who reads your paper isn't going to be able to critique it and say, you know what about this? Because you're going to already have a part, your last paragraph is already going to have a part where you're going to be like, I know what you're going to say, and you're already wrong, and I'm right. And that's good persuasive strategy. Going back to the story itself, all right, let's say the opposing argument is the princess is barbaric. She's so fervent, she's so passionate that she's obviously going to choose the tiger because her jealousy is going to burn so deeply in her heart, right? Obviously she's going to choose the tiger. She's barbaric. That's the opposing argument. But let's say, no, she's going to choose the lady. To refute that argument, to prove it wrong, you could say something like, well, the princess, yeah, she's barbaric, yeah, she's passionate, but first of all, she's only semi-barbaric. Okay, so she's not full barbaric, so maybe there's some goodness in herself, right? Also, you can argue, yeah, she's really passionate, right? But passion goes both ways. She can be passionately jealous. She can also be passionately in love, right? So maybe her passion is so deep that she's going to sacrifice her own happiness so that her lover will be alive. You can argue both sides, right? So what I want you to start thinking about is to present the other side and then quickly crush them. For paragraph 5, you're going to come up with 2 opposing arguments and you're going to refute them. Lastly, number 6, you are going to write your conclusion paragraph. And this is really simple. It's basically the reverse of your introduction. So you're going to start off, 1, restate your thesis. In the intro, your thesis was at the end. In the conclusion, your thesis comes first. So number 1, restate your thesis. Number 2, you're going to outreach to the audience. This answers the so what question. The reader just read this whole persuasive argument. Now you want to try to tie it in to their life more, right? You want to hit those key points, try to apply it to a bigger picture. Why was it important what you had to say? Lastly, you want to end with a bang. End with a really strong statement, a pow. End with a strong statement that is just going to leave the reader speechless and totally agreeing with whatever you're going to say. So now you're done with this worksheet. You just did an outline for that last body paragraph, but you're not done with your homework for the weekend yet. You have to finish the packet, so you should have a fully written introduction paragraph and outline for your 3 body paragraphs in that packet. If you have any questions about that, give me a call and let me know. From this worksheet, you should know how to write your last body paragraph, which is refuting all the opposing arguments. And what we just talked about was how to write the conclusion. On another sheet of paper, you should have a conclusion paragraph fully written out. So when you come to school on Monday, you're going to have a fully written introduction, an outline for 4 body paragraphs, and a fully written conclusion. And that is it. You are done. Have a good weekend. Work hard on those papers. I'll see you all on Monday. Make sure you have these papers for Monday because we are going to peer edit and then work on writing the final draft in class. If you look at the bottom of your worksheet, it says that a typed final copy is going to be due the next Monday, November 2nd. So if you don't want to rewrite everything by hand, you can already start typing it up right now. See you guys. Bye.